Hello everyone, so welcome to the latest recap video of our network game on Championship Manager 0102. So this session took place on Sunday the 1st of June 2025 around the 7:30, 7:45 mark, I believe. I wasn't present for this session. I was actually put on holiday. I couldn't make the session, I had other plans. So yeah, I've not even looked at this save yet, so it's going to be a surprise for me when I actually go and have a look at the table and the cup competitions and all the other stuff. It's a complete surprise to me as well, considering I didn't play the session. Rodney was on holiday for it as well, so he wasn't involved. I believe everyone else was. Alex, Adnan, Johnny, Jesper, and Wayne all took part, I believe. Now you'll notice there Stuart Danton is no longer there. I believe he's been retired from the game. Now Johnny's our host. He hosts this game for us when we go online, and he loads it up and we all connect to him via Hamachi. So I'm guessing Johnny has removed Stuart from the game, so I will have to liaise with everybody else in regards to what will happen if Tottenham won a competition. Would Stuart get his prize winnings and things like that? We'll have to come to some sort of agreement there, but I'm sure I'll find out in a minute whether Stuart, or Tottenham I should say, are going to win anything. We'll probably find that out in a minute, as we are close to the business end of the season, judging by the date in the top left, which is currently 8th of March 26. So without further ado, let's surprise ourselves and have a look at how the table is. Okay, so Alex is top with Liverpool. Then you got Rodney in second, which I believe was the same going back with the last recap video. So if Rodney wins his game in hand, he can go 3 behind Alex with 8 to play. You've then got Johnny in third with Newcastle, who's looking, wow, he's got 3 games in hand there, Johnny, and he's still only lost the 2 games. I've got no idea what he is doing to this Newcastle team. He's got a real tune out of them. He's doing something amazing with them, because they've probably got advantage here, because if they win their 3 games in hand, puts them top of the league. Puts them top of the league with 68 points. So he's in a good position there. Then you got Jesper in fourth with Leicester, which is very impressive, considering Leicester are fairly, I wouldn't say weak, but weaker considering a lot of the other sides. You got AI controlled Villa in 5th. Then you got AI controlled City in 6th. Then you got Adnan with Man United in 7th. My Chelsea in 8th. So I can't remember where we finished the last recap session. We look like we haven't made a lot of progress there, have we really? Still not scoring enough goals when you look at the top of the table going down. But then you look at Johnny's Newcastle. They've only scored 44 goals. Their defence is insane. Like, compared to everybody else conceding 17 goals, very impressive. But the firepower's not there, because 44 goals, considering the look of sort of Liverpool and Arsenal, and even like Jesper's Leicester have scored 11 more goals. So yeah, madness how Johnny is there, considering not scoring a lot of goals. But then I had that trouble with him last season as well. It was only really Isaac that was firing. Then you got Stuart's Tottenham. Obviously Stuart not in the game now, but Tottenham in 12th. Let's finish the rest of the table, just have a look at how it's looking. Everton, they could go down. Interesting. So yeah, that's your league table. Looks pretty similar to how it was last time round, really. I think the top 4 were the same, in that order, I think. And then I believe I was either 8th or 7th or something like that, so nothing's changed there. Let's have a look at the goal scorers. So Haaland, is top with average rating. Goals, Haaland is top, and by a distance as well. He's 11 goals clear. Then you got the Greek guy for Jesper, Salah, Isaac, Guy Keres, Kamada, who was signed by Rodney, 17-year-old. Done brilliant for his first season, hasn't he? Really well. So he was a good signing, that guy, and banging him in for Italy as well. 6 in 5 for his national team. So he was certainly going to be a beast of a player going forward, this guy. Okay, what else we got? My guy there, Mark Gray. I still can't pronounce his name, but scored quite a few goals. 60 million rated at. So yeah, that's the table as far. Let's have a look at how Wayne's getting on with his Forest team. Now remember, he was holidayed last session. I think Forest were 4th. How are they now? So they're 6th. They've dropped down a little bit, but they're still in that playoff zone. So Wayne will be happy that he's still fighting there. Still, what, 9 games to go, so he's still got a bit of a fight on there. Still got a chance of getting automatic promotion as well. But if he can get the playoffs, I think he'd be very happy with that. So that's how Wayne's doing in that league. That's the rest of the table there. Let's have a look at the cup competitions. Now the League Cup must have been done, so let's have a look. So Johnny lost it again. He loses 2 League Cup finals in a row to AI controlled Man City. So that's interesting, because that means that because a computer controlled teams won it, we're all due some money back, which is a win for me, if I'm honest, because I can't win sod all else. Because, well, we'll have to see the FA Cup in a minute whether I'm in it or not. But that's interesting. Johnny will be gutted there. So let's have a look at the semi. So we finished beating Tottenham in a close one. So we knocked out Tottenham, and then City romped Wolves pretty much. And Johnny lost on penalties. Well, so we got an early sending off. City got a late sending off. It looked like City played a pretty weak team, if I'm honest. Looking at their team, yeah, I mean, look, they played some quite young players there. Not the strongest of teams. Oscar Bob's a good prospect. Looks very good. Started at City, didn't he? Yeah, to me that doesn't look like City have played their strongest lineup, because Haaland wasn't even involved. Interesting, and they've still done the job. I mean, looks like Johnny just shaded the game. He'd certainly have more efforts on goal, but the sending off probably cost him, even though it ended sort of evened up at the end. It kind of cost him by the looks of it. And he was leading 1-0 for so long, and then Silva got that last 87th minute goal. He would have been sick, Johnny, there, thinking he was going to get away with it, and then to concede a late one and lose on penalties. I reckon he was pretty sick there, Johnny, to have lost that. And that is his second. Who's this guy? Oh yeah, signed him. That's his second loss in this competition. He lost it with United. Now he's lost it with Newcastle. So commiserations, Johnny, but again, a nice achievement to get to the final. But yeah, I'm pretty sure now we're all entitled to some money back there. Okay, FA Cup. This is an interesting one because I was still in it before holiday. Where am I now? Well, typical, out of it. Been knocked out, so yeah, there's no chance of me winning anything. That's a bit of a gutter, because I was hoping I'd still be in this competition. So it was at the 4th round stage. Let's have a look. So United went through. Where am I? So we beat Hull. We got the job done against Hull. Okay. Playing my team that I wanted to play pretty much. So we got the job done against Hull. So what happened then? So Alex went out to Championship West Brom there. He would be a bit gutted to have gone out there. Let's have a look. So we beat Brentford to get to the quarters. Wow, so we were going quite far. So Palmer and Mamouche. Put Mamouche up there. Okay, so my lineup changed a little bit there. Caleb Wiley. Okay, so maybe they're not using my team selection quite how I wanted. It's a bit different. Yeah, he's played a bit of a different team there, my assistant manager. Anyway, we've got the job done there, 2-0. So what happened in the quarters? It must have been the quarters we went out. So yeah, Villa beat us at home 3-1. So it's no easy game, Villa, that's for sure. But at home, you'd expect us to do a bit better and to concede 2 late goals as well there. Well, that's a bit of a sickener. Especially considering I wasn't in charge. Not saying I would have done any better and won the game, but yeah, quite gutting to have gone out in the quarter-final stage there. Okay, so who can win this? So Fulham are AI controlled. Adnan can win it with Man United. He won it last season, Adnan, with Arsenal, didn't he? Yeah, he won it with Arsenal, beating West Ham. AI controlled West Ham. So Rodney's still in it, but he has to go to a replay against City. And then you got Villa, who are AI controlled. So the only 2 human players that can win it are Adnan with Man United or Rodney with Arsenal. So they're in for a chance there. So how did the call go? It's just 2-2. So yeah, they got a replay there. Okay, so that's interesting. Let's have a look at the European competitions. Champions League. So Adnan still got to do a bit of work to do in that last game against PSV to get through to the quarter-final stage, but Juventus are through. That group's still pretty open. What a group that is. That's a monster of a group, isn't it? AC Milan, Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain and Atletico Madrid. And all of them could still have a chance of getting through. So how's that last one go? Real Atletico, oh, it's a monster game. And then Milan PSG. So Bayern Munich and City, Leipzig and Bilbao, that's all open as well. It's an open group. And then you got Barca, Inter, Villa and Leverkusen in that one. Okay. And then Europa League, let's have a look. So Johnny's still going strong in the tournament. He is in the quarters. And then Alex with Liverpool against Napoli. Got Porto, Sociedad, Hoffenheim v Stuttgart in an all-German affair. So Alex and Johnny on course to get to the semis here. Interesting. So Johnny actually beat Dortmund on a penalty shootout there. Alex come through on a close one against Lens. So that's everything that we're competing in. Let's have a look at the Club World Cup. So River Plate won that. They beat Al Ali. This guy looks good. Worth keeping your eye. Wow, 24 and 25. Someone worth keeping their eye on. I'll probably give the game away there to everyone else though. So where did the European team finish? So Leverkusen went out on penalties to River. Interesting. So a South American team lifted it for the first time in a long time since Corinthians in 2012. Wow. Okay, so yeah, it's the Club World Cup. We done all the Super Cup and that, didn't we? But we'd do it anyway. Barca beat Leverkusen. Community Shield we know about. That was Rodney winning the first silver of the season. So let's look at League One. Wrexham there. That's how that's going down. League 2. National League. National League South. We'll show you the trophy thingies there. So Northern Section final was won by Bolton, beat Chesterfield. Southern Section was won by QPR, they beat Exeter. So the final of the whole thing will be QPR v Bolton. FA Trophy, you got Solihull Moors v Torquay, Gateshead v Eastleigh. Okay, that's all of that. That was last season. So I'm just trying to have a look if I'm missing out on anything here. Let's have a look at England, how England are getting on. So that was the playoffs. Just quite interested to, I'm not going to go through all of these internationals. I'm quite interested to see how England done under Tuchel. You'd think they would have got through the group. There we go, yeah, so they romped it, absolutely romped it. Won all 8 of their games, hardly conceded any. And that's their group. So they got Argentina, Cameroon, Denmark. Interesting. So let's have a look at this actually, now that the draw's been done. So you got Argentina, Cameroon, Denmark, England. Because my plan is, after this, is to play out this tournament. To see who wants to play it and to play through it as a bit of a sideshow to the club teams. Ecuador, Italy, Scotland, USA, Colombia, Iran, Mexico, Sweden. Now this won't mirror the actual World Cup because there's now going to be more teams than 32. Is it 32? I can't remember. 48 teams now, I think. Not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's 48. But obviously you can't, because this is hard coded, you can't change the format. But yeah, here's what it is. Qatar and Suriname. Interesting. There you have it. That's your World Cup. Interesting, very interesting. So let's have a look at if anyone else signed anyone else. So I can't really remember from the last, but judging by this, I think obviously Alex had done. No, he hadn't done his 5 because this wasn't his signing. This was already arranged. So Alex actually had one more signing, but quite clearly didn't make it in time for the save. Same outgoings, I believe. Did he loan anyone in? So we loan this guy in. Why not, I suppose. Don't look very good, do they? But I suppose give him a bit more depth. That's Alex. Sorry for sniffling. I'm still a little bit not 100% from last time. So I think that's the same for Rodney. You might have got a couple more out, I'm not sure. It's Rodney. Johnny, did Johnny get any more? No, Johnny stuck with the 4 that he had. His outgoings. Jesper, same as before. Adnan done his already, hadn't he? It's me, obviously. I've done all mine. Spent a hell of a lot of money, judging by that. Futures. Okay, so we've looked at everyone there. We just show Tottenham, even though Stuart's now not in it. So nobody's actually took charge of Tottenham yet. The job's still up for grabs. Sterling. So they signed Sterling. So my guess is that, yeah, that wouldn't have been Stuart's signing. That was the assistant manager who brought Sterling. So Sterling's gone to Tottenham. So he's had a hell of a career, old Sterling. And he started off at Liverpool, went to City, went to Chelsea, went on loan to Arsenal. Didn't play though. Adnan didn't use him when he was at Arsenal. Leeds, and then Tottenham. He's played for some clubs, hasn't he? But yeah, that must have been Stuart must have been removed by that point, and he was then brought in by the assistant manager. Okay, and then we will show you Wayne. Don't look like anyone new there for Wayne. I'm going to have a look at him in a minute, how my guy's doing. Both of them actually. So let's have a look. This guy, he's played a little bit, not a lot. This is the man, isn't he? 1930. So he dropped off a little bit. I thought he might have scored a bit more than that. Let's have a look where he is. So he's third. So he's quite a way behind João Pedro there. He's obviously smashing it in. So he's got a way. He's a way off there winning the golden boot, so he's probably not gonna win the golden boot, but still an impressive return, really. Okay, so let's have a little flick through how results went. If you wanted to see, I can't remember where we ended from, but that obviously looks like it. That's Alex. Rodney was obviously on holiday like myself. So his results went down. Johnny here. Jesper. Adnan. This will be interesting because this is my one. So if I remember, I think think did we lose to Brentford? Yeah, City must have been the first game back. So 1-1. Arsenal beat us 5-2. 3-1, 2-1. We lost 2-0 to Leicester. Brentford. Is that Brentford? What happened there then? Oh, I see. So Brentford was a replay. Okay. So we went to a replay with Brentford. Interesting. So that loss to Villa was the last one of the session. That's a bit gutting. We'll look at Tottenham anyway, even though Stewart's not there. Not doing great at all, Tottenham, are they? Look at the losses they're getting there. Terrible. What tactic are they playing now? Not great. Okay. And then Wayne at Forest. Lost quite a few games there, didn't he? Look, 4 in a row. Lost 4 games in a row there. He must have been getting a bit annoyed at that point. There we go. Just check my tactics again. Everything's the same. So still playing my tactics. It's just they've dropped it from normal. So I'm not convinced holidaying always works really, because quite clearly they've kept the bulk of how I wanted my team, but it's not completely how I wanted it. So I can't. Sorry again, I can't pronounce this guy's name, but he was my starter. This Mark Guay. I had Marmouche on the left. I had Estevao on the right. Palmer in the centre. Then I had Fernandez and Gonzalez. So that looks like the same. Romagnoli, Silva in the middle, Trent on the right, Coble in goal. Left back was a bit of a grey area. I was swapping that a little bit, but they've kept the majority of my team, yeah, but it's not exactly how I wanted it. And then yeah, normal mentality to attacking. Interesting. So yeah, I won't bore you anymore, but yeah, that's how the session went. As I say, I wasn't present for this. So it's all a surprise for me looking through it. Nothing to play for me at all really. I'm out of everything. But yeah, I reckon this should probably be done within another 2 sessions. I reckon this will all be finished. I hope to be there again for Sunday, but no guarantees, as things are picking up a bit for me. But if not, I'll just be holidayed again, and we will see this to a finish. But let's see what happens. But yeah, things are getting interesting. There's a few teams here that can win. Jesper can win it. Even is Adnan out of it? Yeah, you'd have to say Adnan's out of it there with 44 points. It's a bit far for him. But anything from Villa, the top 5, have got a shot here. But then Adnan's got the FA Cup to go for. He's also in the Champions League, even though there's no money riding on it. And then you've got Johnny and Alex also fighting for the Europa League. Interesting. Yeah, so I'll leave it there. So yeah, we'll see you for the next one.